Hi, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. Today we're going to work on this old Chicago player unit. It works. It needs to be cleaned. I don't know if you can see anything wrong with it right off the bat, but there is clearly one thing that is wrong with it. That should be attached right there. So I think maybe we'll take care of that first, just to get it out of the way. Just to get that out of the way. There we go. I think that's good. I believe that is good. We're not moving. Alright. So, alright. Thanks for watching. Bye. No! We still got to tear this whole thing apart. Speaking about tearing it apart, are you a subscriber? Yeah, that has nothing to do with tearing it apart. But I wish you would be if you are not, because if you're a subscriber, that means you subscribe to the channel. It is free. It is 100% free, so there's really no reason why not to be a subscriber. And if you're watching this video and you are this far already, hit the like button, because that would help me out a lot too. Just by hitting that like button does so much. But anyways, we're going to get to these two back nuts. We are taking those off because this is just easier to work on now. We do have to take this off the back. I do want to figure out where home is. Home is wherever the top one's going to be. So I'm going to mark this, and then mark this. Now I know this is my home, this is my pad home, and that's that. Let's get this off the back here. These Ballys are a lot easier to work on than the Williams. Williams, you get a bigger chance of them freezing up on you, having issues. Ballys just seem not to have a lot of issues as Williams do. However, these Ballys got these weird spring wire loom things like this, which are just so odd to me. Alright. Next thing. Take pictures. See there's grease there? Nope, we don't want that. Take pictures. That got messed up when I moved it. I'm not worried about that. But really it's the springs and how everything sits. You can always delete these photos when you're done, but it helps when you're taking it apart to see what you're doing. Alright, let's get this off. Alright. Taking these things off just makes life easier for you. We're not taking it fully off, so take that back screw and loosen it. Take the front screw out. That had some load in it. This should have like 3 turns into it. actually going to take to the laundry tub and clean. However, when you get these coils off, get them cleaned, get these springs cleaned. Alright, another picture. There, I think that will do. Like I said, you can always delete these pictures when you're done. It just helps you out right now. The reason why I always say take pictures, do you know what you're doing in 5 minutes? You have no idea. You could get an emergency phone call right now or something. You never know what you're going to be doing. I have had it happen to me several times. So you take pictures, 'cause you're like, yeah, I'm just going to rebuild it real quick and then I'll be back. No, life happens sometimes. Life gets in the way. You're better off taking some pictures. If you don't need them, fine. Throw off the pictures, delete them. But if you do need them, they'll be great for you. There. Now that can come out. Coils up. Beautiful. We got that spring. Plunger. Looks good. Coil sleeve comes out. This will come out too. Now that can come off. This next one, I'm going to actually go to the laundry tub and wash all these pieces off because they're all got grease on them. Perfect coil set. I already tested these coils. I ohmed them and they are perfect shape. These are good. But I do want to get these off. Alright, we're that far right now. I guess we could wipe what we got down with some naphtha. Again, if this is the first time you're watching this, I put naphtha in here. This way I'll never contaminate it with anything. I can just squeeze whatever I want on a rag, use it, be done. It stays in that nice little bottle. Yeah, I just like it. You don't have to have that big bottle around getting in the way, or big can, I should say. I was just jamming in my jukebox. I wish you could do that on YouTube without getting hit for somebody else's music. But I understand why. That's why I'd like you to like my videos. It gets them more out there, more people can watch them. I can be more famous. No, it's just I want to help as many people as possible fixing their old games, getting them back up and working. Alright, that looks beautiful. We'll wipe these off. like I said, I did ohm check these, so they're in perfect working order. And I guess before we wash it, we can get out the old Buzzer 2000. And clean the contacts. That is just a Dremel with a 443 bit on it, which is basically just a cool name for a brush. Alright, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to go clean all these big pieces, degrease them, and then we'll be right back. Alright, we are back. I got everything cleaned. Now I actually do got to look at my pictures, because when I clean this and got all the grease off of it, I took the spring off. So now I just got to verify exactly where that spring was resting through my pictures. There we go, just by the seat. See that I washed off. There's the peg. There's the peg. There was a C right here. I can see. I can see kind of a stain. But anyways, I do see the scratch of the original spring where it was right there. There. So that's like the telltale sign first. Alright. We got that. This, I need to oil. And I use this Super Lube pen oil on it. You can't take this apart, so therefore you can't oil it good. Just kind of like have to hope you get it behind there. And that's like the one spot I'm going to use this on. There. Get the excess off. We will take Super Lube. A little bit on this shaft, right there, and a little bit on that shaft, right there. So that's where these ride. Right there, right there. There we go. There. Little clip. There. Those go right there. Alright. Rub what's left off on my finger around these two. These are kind of metal to metal. Gotta get you into my life. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ooh, and you suddenly see me. Ooh, were those turned? I don't think they were. That one wasn't. And that one wasn't. Alright. Yeah, sometimes I just like to verify if these were turned or not. Ooh, and the sun listen. Ooh, gotta get you into my life. Da, 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 da. Does anybody know what that song's about? By the Beatles? Gotta get you into my life. Do, 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 do. It's about marijuana. That's what it's about. When they were experimenting and they learned about marijuana, Paul wrote a song about it. And that's what it was about. And the funny thing is, that was like at the end of the Minions movie. There. There. Gotta get you into my life. Do, 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 do. Alright. Okay. Well, maybe if I do this, put that on first. Then that, and then this. See, these are really easy to rebuild. That's one reason why I say take pictures. Yes, they're easy to rebuild, but like I say, life can get in your way. And things can get forgotten. And that's why I say take pictures. My Cartman cough. Alright. That. Let's go on this side first. There. Green scrubby. Clean these pads off. This machine, actually, all this stuff, it's really clean on this machine, which is nice for a change. This game is, I think it's been in home use only since the very early 80s. I think he said he bought off of somebody. It was a game that was in, it was taking quarters. That I know for sure, because whoever sold it gutted the coin door and took all the everything off the door, all the mix and everything. No coin slots, nothing. You want to make sure this game could never ever take quarters again. But yeah, it's been in the same family, I think, since the early 80s or late 70s. Now, if you notice, there's a tab here. that's gonna go up against this brake right here. That's right there. So let's leave that like that for right now. Let's get these springs on. In my life, got to get you into my life. Do, 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 do. Big one here. I don't know. Let's look at our pictures. They're really both about the same. Yeah, it went there. Actually, no, that was wrong. This one goes on top. Well, somebody's home. That one goes there. The reason why I figured that out is because these springs, I'll show you, these springs are centered in the middle like that. And these springs here are centered on the ends. That's how I knew where they went. There. Alright. Okay. Let's give this 3 wraps. One. Two. Oh, we're giving this 2. It is just so tight on 2. It's real tight on 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See? 1, 2, 3, 4. I forgot it always snaps on the player 1. Always. Alright. This. Take some super lube. Ah, God, I did that. I knew I was going to do that. I knew I was going to do that. Take that, slather that around, and wipe it all off. Completely all off. See, by wiping it off, you can still see there's a micro layer of grease on there. That's what you want. That micro layer. Alright. We'll just wind up like this. knew I'd do that. And this just goes back like that. Remember how we marked it? Like I said, what's nice about Williams is that these come apart real easy. However, now this is screwing in the plastic. So you don't want to crank it down, but you want it snug. There. Four. And that's what we want. That's all rebuilt except for I'm going to put this back in the correct spot. Come on. Ooh, and I suddenly see you. Ooh, walking up of my life. Got to get you into my life. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm not into that stuff, just so you know. I love the Beatles, so. Love the Beatles so much, I own it. Got my own Beatles pinball machine. Seen Paul McCartney twice. Summerfest in Milwaukee and Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Both Wisconsin. Okay. Those contacts are open. There, you can see they're open. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. There. They open. Just let the machine know it's on one player. Don't know why. Don't care. All I wanted to do was work. I don't care why. I'm guessing, yeah, I guess it tells the machine when it's reset back on the 1. I guess that's why. I swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. Put these screws back. This one was loose. Every Bally I've done one of these on, one is either loose or missing. I have no idea why. Get these put back down. Ooh, when I suddenly see you, ooh, I'm meant to be near you. I always thought it was about a girl. Gotta get you in my life, you know. You're a really hot chick. You're super cool. I gotta get you into my life. I always thought it was about a girl, but no, it's about weed. One, 2, 3, 4. Can't go no more. Reset. That's on player 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't go no more. And what do we need now? What do we need now? One more thing. Here we go. That's done. The only thing we got left to do is, I don't know if I'm going to go through the credit unit, because that has been all bent and combobulated to go on the free play. So there's really no reason for me to rebuild the credit unit because it is never going to be used, and it is not used. I can see it's already been bent to do with the free play thing. So it's been hot wired actually. They have melted the wires off of it and connected them onto other things. So it's on free play. So therefore, we are not even messing with it. And that's it. Cool stuff along the bottom. Please thumbs up. Please like and subscribe. I will stick that on there somewhere too. Yeah, like, subscribe, share, all that cool stuff. Check out the description below. Thumbs up. And later.